guys, Ash here coming at you today, Raid Shadow Legends. Welcome to the video, guys. Glad to have you all here with me today, talking a little bit of RSL. Oh, what a cool kid, abbreviations and all. Today I want to talk about, I want to ask you guys first. It doesn't have to be a rare champion, it could be any rarity champion, but is there an obscure champion in the game that no one really ever talks about? Maybe you've never heard your clanmates or friends or whatever even mention this champion that you absolutely love? Let me know in the comments below. I really want to take some inspiration, some ideas from the champions that you guys are enjoying. Even if they're not the best in the game, I kind of like just cool champions with cool kits. And actually, in my downtime, I've been maxing out a bunch of rare champions, mainly for my Raid Champion Guide YouTube channel. But along the way, champions that I meant to just be a random little champion guide on that channel, I actually want to bring a few of those here to the main channel because they've impressed me so much. And that's the case with today's video. Another one, I've actually mentioned a lot about him recently, but another one is Judge. I'm just waiting for Hydra because I do want to try him there. Anyway, that's not the champion of today's video, right? The champion actually is, I don't even know when she was introduced to the game. Actually, was she with the Cornelia kind of around the same time? It's Candleguard. I mean, the poor thing, are these gloves, or are her hands literally whatever the heck those things are? I don't know. She looks sad too. She's like, look at, my hands have gone away long, long ago. But she does have the candle. I guess that. She got the candle going for her on the head. I mean, maybe she's mad because somebody made her wear candles. Oh, and she has mittens too. She has mittens. Or whatever these are. What are those called? Oven gloves? The things you put on? What are those? Oven mitts? I don't know what they're called. Anyway, guys. What is the champion I'm thinking of with the head of candles? Oh, there she is. Oh, dude, Carlina is like, yo, you got 2 candles on your head? She looks a little bit cocky with her face. She's not sad. She's cocky. She's strutting her stuff over here with the 6 candles. It's freaking raining Hanukkah with Carlina. Anyway, guys, I digress. Enough candle talk. Riveting candle talk. You can't get that in any other YouTube channel here in the raid scene, can you, guys? Candle comparisons, we got wing comparisons, all the juicy, hard-hitting strategy analysis that you guys could ever want in Raid Shadow Legends.
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for.
Back to the point of the subject matter at hand. Candleguard. Sorry, it brings me down just looking at her. Send us some positive vibes and some loves your way. Just stop your crying. What does she do, Ash? First off, base HP, not bad for a rare. 15k, attack, average, 1233 for attack-based champion. Defense and speed, not so good. 94, I would say slightly below average for a rare. I would say the average for a rare, based on nothing but my intuition, is around 97 or so speed, 96. Anyway, what is she doing here? Light of scrutiny on her A1, attacks one enemy, 50% chance, 55 with a sniper mastery of removing a random buff. Has a 70% chance of stealing a random buff instead of the target's under 3 or more buffs. I actually really like this A1 because I'm using her in the end game. The 2 most difficult, arguably, at least one of the most difficult, probably 2, of the secret rooms in all of the Doom Tower rotations is where I'm using Candleguard. She's slot right into my main squad, a nice value over replacement addition, and she's my DPS carry. I love her. Triumph Cry. She's crying, that's for sure.
Can you go be depressed over there? You're bumming out my whole area.
She really is. An AoE, we have a 75% chance of placing the weak version of Weaken on a 3-turn cooldown. When booked, 80% chance again with that Sniper Mastery, which is going to be pretty instrumental to getting the full value out of this champion. By the way, the reason I love the remove one random buff is because one of these secret rooms that we're going to tackle today has an annoying Umbral Enchantress with the Unkillable, and she comes right in there and takes care of that with the A1. Sometimes you read an ability like this on any champion, and it doesn't strike you immediately the utility that it will have, you know, depending on where you're using them. Anyway, on the A3, Focused. On a 4-turn cooldown, we have an increased attack and an increased crit rate weak versions on this champion for 3 turns, and then another AoE on a 4-turn cooldown. Okay, let's take a look at her multipliers here, guys. On the A1, she has a 3.9 multiplier, pretty good. A 4.25, really good on the AoE on the A2, and then a 3.9 on the AoE on the A3. So I immediately thought to myself, man, those multipliers are really, really solid. If I'm going to be using her in Secret Room content, right, you can use her as an early to mid-game faction war damage dealer, 2 AoEs and a stun set. You can build some control in there as well. But frankly, I'm not sure if I would advise early game players into investing in this champion. I would maybe take her to level 50, put her in a stun set, help you out in faction wars, but I feel like you can wait till the end game when you are approaching those Secret Room content in Doom Tower hard before really taking her to 6 stars. I mean, save your resources, right? I don't feel like you need her necessarily at 6 stars before that. Just my opinion. Let me show you the build really quickly here. I wanted my cake and I wanted to eat it too. I don't even understand what that saying means, but
Doesn't really work like that.
I wanted that. I wanted her built for damage and control. So I put her in a stun set, 18% chance of a stun. It doesn't require accuracy, but we do need accuracy on this champion because of the A1 and the A2 on the weekend. So we built her with a perception and a stun set, pretty basic there. We did put attack, we put defense on the banner. I can build her with attack. Again, I mean, I'll keep the defense on. Even though, in theory, if everything works out properly here, the enemy teams will never get a turn. She's very squishy, so I think a little bit of HP or defense is going to do us pretty well here. We have crit damage on the amulet. I might as well glyph this out. It's a pretty decent piece here, especially for the extra accuracy and the attack, right? Let's go ahead and use a few of these glyphs. And then we have attack on the ring as well. We have attack percentage on the chest. I do want to flag for you guys, though, again, we always say this on the channel, but new players are always watching, new viewers are always, 1%? Come on, man. Anybody else have a ton of attack glyphs? Attack percentage and attack flat stat. I got tons of them. Everything else, not so much.
Leftovers?
Anyway, let me just use a 1-star here and get a little bit more survivability just in case on this champion. So we have speed on the boots. We have attack percentage on the chest. And then we have crit rate. Now, I could build her with crit damage on the gauntlets instead and really min-max her for all the DPS in the world, but it's most importantly, we're landing the stuns and, you know, we're building as much crit damage as possible without having to, you know, use every single best artifact. We only have so many best stun artifacts, and we really want 5 champions in a stun set to pull these secret rooms off. These are the masteries that I went with. Pretty basic. Support tree here in offense. Offense, I came down the left-hand side. I did end at Helm Smasher for the wave content. You know, I picked up Bring It Down. I also picked up Life Drinker just so we can heal a little bit. If we do get hit, it's going to hurt. If she gets hit once in these challenging Doom Tower waves or floors, she could die, A, or B, she could be sitting at like 10 to 20% HP, so getting some of that back on those AoEs is helpful, right? Blessings on this champion, I don't have her awakened, but if I did, I would just go with Phantom Touch for a little bit more damage on her. Okay, guys, so that's it. No need to belabor the build here. Let's go right into Secret Room. So I'm not only going to show you one of these runs for the interest of time here. I'm going to show you Secret Room 12, Doom Tower Hard on the Eternal Dragon rotation, okay? This is widely considered to be, I think it is, pretty obviously, the most difficult Secret Room in the game. I guess ultimately, it depends on what champions you have, etc., etc. But in a vacuum, I would say it's the most challenging. Secret Room 9 as well here is also an area where I use her. This was not using this team. I was doing a guide on the other channel. But I use a team like this. I had... Who did I have in the lead here? Ethel. I ran this team to complete Secret Room 9 initially before I went back and tried to redo it on the Purgatory guide. It didn't work out that well. It got the job done, but it took a lot longer and some more RNG. But I used this squad. She was my main DPS. She outdamaged everybody on this team. Everybody's built to do a little bit of damage and a little bit of control. Just to take a look at what kind of stats we have here. 123, 148, kind of obscure. Again, I only have so much good stun gear on my account. I'm sure you guys are the same way, right? So 100, 131, everybody's stats are around the same on these champions, okay? 101, 162 on Elhain, just so you can see, you know, what kind of builds I'm using here. We're going to use some of the same champions in Secret Room 12. The only problem is it's rare magic champions only, and it is RNG based. Now, the cool thing is, even if you're not in the end game or working on these rooms, you can still use the same sort of strategy, and that is stun sets everywhere to get through the content. You can use this type of a team. It doesn't have to be rare champions. Look for a champion with an AoE on the A1, like a Soulbound Bowyer, or a Banshee, as what we're going to use here. Is she on the team yet? Where is, wait, am I that blind? Aethel, Elhain. Wait. Oh, there she is. She already is on the team, Ash. Come on, bro.
You've got it. It took so long.
Everybody in a stun set. Everybody built fairly similar. Let's see what we can get here. And as I was saying, look for champions with multiple AoEs in their kit, like Candleguard. And if things don't work out, just keep redoing. I mean, the good thing about Doom Tower is it doesn't cost you anything to do these. It's like the one area in the game, that in Faction Wars, it doesn't cost you anything to retry, right? So we're trying to land a stun on everybody, essentially. We're going to go in with the A2 first, because instead of self-buffing her, she already has 100% crit rate. I'd rather go in and land that weaken on everybody, okay? On Aethel, very important, you want to go in with the Divine Blades before the self-buff ability. I see people go with the A3 first in the stun capacity, because we'll use that for the extra turn to reduce the cooldown of the A2 later, as opposed to just going in and burning it right out the gate. So we have two mobs that don't have a stun, unfortunately. Let's just hope for the best. I'm using only the A1 of Banshee because she has a decreased defense weak version. I think it's a 30% land rate. It's not super dependable, but we're going for it. All right, we do land a stun there and a stun there. Perfect. Now we can come in with the other AoE attack. You can see she's out-damaging the other champions on the team with both of her nukes, which is great. As I said, she's going to be kind of my damage carry because, you know, although damage is not the most important thing here, obviously the more damage that we're putting out in a squad like this, the better, because we are, you know, getting through the content faster, ergo they can't kill us, right? So again, we're going to come in with that A1 ability. We land another stun on Gorgrab. I gotta say, oh, it's a Gorgrab wannabe. Who the heck is that? He doesn't even look like him. What am I talking about?
Get to the chopper!
Ignore your mediocre host here. Let's keep landing those stuns, hopefully. Okay, nothing there, but we do get that. Okay, let's land. Okay, okay, two unstunned right now. Two unstunned. I don't know. Let's go with the A2. See if we can. Okay, we land one stun. All right. Okay. Come in. Boom. Nice. Turn meter decrease. Fantastic. Let's just go A3 of Elhain. She actually does some nice damage too. A2. Okay. I don't want to talk too soon. Yeah, I can talk now. I can talk some smack here. Stun. Perfect. We're going to make sure they're always targeting the unstunned champions. Always. And now we can A1 cycle because, well, we've done enough damage to these. So what we do, obviously, and this is, you know, key to a lot of content, especially in progression of Raid Shadow Legends, is we come in here and we just cycle our abilities. Again, we're going to target the champion that is not stunned first, and then we're going to go by the turn meter, okay? So that would be the highest turn meter. We're going to make sure we attack there. The guy who I called Gorgrab an orc. Okay. Now we can just do that. Okay. Boom. Now we can go into the second wave here, and we can approach it from scratch again. Gonna come in with that A1 of Banshee, try to land some stuns and decrease defense. Fantastic. Gonna come in a Valley of Death from Elhain. Good work. Gonna come in, land those weakens. There we go. Okay, Divine Blaze. We need to land a stun here. Uh-oh. Okay, Executioner does land the decreased defense. That's good. So we have two unstunned, a Galek and an Elhain, and they both hit freaking hard. Okay, that's one. Don't mind my grunting. Oh, we land two stuns there. Fantastic. A little bit of a save. Here comes the focused ability. And again, she's hitting for a pretty consistent 10. She's bringing the weaken, which is nice, right? This is what I'm talking about, Elhain. Now we use this ability, and then we get the extra turn. Now the next turn, we'll be able to use that Divine Blades again, right? So it helps us decrease the cooldown of our AoE attack. I'm not using the A3 because we don't want a counterattack. I mean, we don't want to waste a turn with the A3. We want to have a chance at landing the stun just like that every single time. Stun, stun, stun. Stuns across the board. Fantastic stuff. All right. Go in and again, target the unstunned. Come in with the A1. So what I love about her, which I'm talking all over myself this video, but another thing I love about her is that she's bringing that weaken on, and that is not going to show up at the stat sheet or anything like that, right? But it's a really, really nice to have. It's the weak version of weaken, but in the end game, I mean, the rares don't have the big version on the AoE, you know? No one's got it, you know? So it's very valuable. All right, we land the stun there. Galek, you hiding in the back, dude? I see you, man. I'm not gonna hide anymore. All right, let's go in with one big AoE. And now, I think... Yeah. Okay, we're gonna make it to wave 3 here, guys. Are we gonna pull this off on the first try? The reason that is really good and not the norm is because of the RNG factor. You know, you're not gonna... We have a 23% chance or an 18% chance, depending on if we have Fearsome Presence, which is a viable mastery instead of Helm Smasher. And you're not always gonna land it. Sometimes you just gotta go back and start over, right? Here we go again, here we go again. All right, the third wave. I really don't like going auto on any of these waves, so we're gonna do the same thing, rinse and repeat. Boom, boom, Valley of Death, 2 stuns down. We'll go with the weaken, the A2 first. Again, nice damage there. She lands a lot. We love it. We go Divine Blades. We have one more stun. One more stun. Okay. Ooh. That hurt. Coming right after our girl, the star of the show, guys. Can you believe it? All right, focus. We love it. Divine Blades now. Get that extra turn. Come in, A1, highest turn meter over here in the corner, trying to hide from us. Note, too, that I have blessings on a lot of these champions, not on her. So that's another kind of strike against her in terms of her damage, but she's still going to do well. I would go, as I mentioned earlier, with Phantom Touch. I think that's the highest turn meter back there. Evil Eye also imperative on runs like this. We come in with that A2. I think we've got this here, guys. I don't want to speak too soon, but things are looking pretty good. We land a stun there. Fantastic. We come in again with the A2. Man, she's just like so many AoEs, right? And both of them can easily outdamage the AoEs on the A1s, like champions like Banshee and Soulbond, even though they're tremendous champions as well, especially Soulbond Bow, you're one of my faves. But of course, she's not magic, can't use her in this area, right? I targeted the wrong enemy there, but it's not gonna really matter. Now I can just come in and go auto, and that's gonna do it, guys. So, man, I really like this champ. She's like my new... Let's check out the damage here. Look at Candleguard! Not bad, 569,000 damage. She is my damage carry on this team. Aethel, Elhain, both putting out nice damage as well. They also have, Aethel has her self buffs as well. But yeah, man, it's a little bit RNG based, how much damage. But when I was doing the Secret of 9, the damage differential was even greater over these other champions. So, hey, I love Candleguard. She's got debuff. She's got 2 AoEs. Great control champion, great damage. She's my new end game niche champion. Guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know, again, what champions that you value that no one else really talks about in the comments below. Much love, and as always, take care, guys.